This is a Headgum original.
Yeah.
What's that?
Elephant in the room. I'm wearing the same graphic tee as I did on last week's episode.
Ooh.
Oh no! Jeffrey, are you alright? Are you threadbare? I've got enough tees for the 5 of us. And obviously, I mean, Pyle, me, Casey, Marika, and God.
Right.
Right.
But what the listeners don't know is that you recorded last week's episode like 2 days ago.
Right. And what y'all know now is that laundry was done.
Okay.
Smiles were had. I'm not even close to them.
In unit, right?
Absolutely in unit, because I would never go to a lavanderia.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
That sounded really classist. I have and I will again.
It really did.
But
I will again. You probably don't have to. You can make that
I'm about to be in New York. I think I'm going to have to do either a walk-in or a wash-in or a wash and fold, or either I'll fold and just wash them myself.
Do they still do like the pickup and drop off laundry?
You'd have to
There's a
ask
place
Casey.
by me that does
Yeah,
it.
they
You'd
do
have to ask
that.
Casey.
But it's too expensive to make it worth it, I think.
It's like a
They charge per pound,
$50.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a minimum.
Guys, we've got the shit wall on the fucking cast. We've got
Fuck you.
Andrew.
Don't do that again.
We've got me, we've got Casey, we've got Marika. I would say the core 2 of the pit wall at this point are me and Pyle, but it's nice
Yeah.
that Marika and
Definitely.
Casey showed up.
Yeah.
We do have a lot to get to today. First, starting with this fucking nonsense that we do as like an icebreaker that everybody's fucking sick of. And you know, it's not my fault we're still
can't
doing it.
hear
It's Barbara
you
Broccoli's
at all.
fault.
I can't hear you at all.
Right, it's hard. My bond of the
Not
week
one
is
word.
Gus Pyle.
I was going to say Gus Walls.
I
And
said
I'll
Gus
say
Walls.
Gomer Pyle.
What's that?
I'll go with Gus
Gomer?
Van Sant.
Jody Gomer Pyle. What's Gomer Pyle? Is that like a gopher you got?
He was a famous World War II
character.
photographer / photojournalist.
We got to figure this shit out, right? I don't know if you guys have recommended reading that can make sure that I don't put my foot in my mouth like I do every time Pyle's on the show. But I apologize to every World War II veteran. And family
to be clear,
thereof.
is a character in the Andy Griffith show.
Another thing I didn't know, and I take back what I just said. Well, you know what? I probably should just apologize to all of it. I don't know if this hat is stolen valor, but I apologize to all veterans.
For the Chapel Roan hat that you're wearing?
Yeah, because it's camo to blend in.
Right, yeah.
Which,
yeah.
Pyle, you've been going out in those like forestry suits, right? The things that are like full of leaves that are true
Ghillie
camouflage.
suits?
Yeah, those, yeah. But just to dinner.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
you'll go to
It's-
the John George restaurant in Pound Ridge, which isn't even close to where you live, but still. Until the Soho House in Rhinebeck opens up, Pyle's got to get his fancy dinner somewhere.
Kyle, do you have like a ghillie suit? I feel like you might.
I would love to get a
That's-
ghillie suit. I haven't done it yet.
That's how he got those photos of that plane crash.
That's right.
He's hiding in the woods.
Do you want to explain for the listeners?
There's a small air show that happens by my house every week in my town.
Every week?
It's actually every Saturday and Sunday. Yeah.
Both days? It's every weekend? Both days.
God.
Yeah.
How much air is there to be shown?
They're a bunch of World War I planes, so they're all like 100 years old. And
Photographed,
I
yeah,
went
by
the
an
other. I
important
go like
person.
once a
Profile.
year, and I went the other week, and one of them crashed. They were doing the finale where like 5 or 6 of them go up and fly in formation. and one of them hit another one in the air
I thought
while
you were
they were
going to say
flying.
Amateur.
And
where
it
5 or
flew,
6
like,
of them go
off.
up in flames.
Yeah, it like flew off, and there's like a guy in a tower like doing the announcing while this is happening. Because while this is happening, they're doing like this weird floor show thing of like, it's like a World War One goofy thing where like the Black Baron of Rhinebeck is like stealing a damsel, a kind of thing.
In
So that's
distress,
going
or
on
the
and
damsel was
running around.
fine.
I don't know at this point of the show if she was in distress or not. I don't remember. But so the plane flies off, and they're like, okay, we're like, I think we just got word he made like an off-field landing. And everyone's like, okay, so that makes it sound like he landed. And then a couple seconds later, it's like, oh, he crashed.
Is he okay?
Well, that's when everyone got real quiet and was like, oh, that's not good. Because these planes are like, they have no safety.
Paper,
They don't
yeah.
even have radios. They were like, we don't have a radio, so we don't really know where he went.
Did people think
And
it
then-
was part of the narrative of the damsel?
Yeah, like medieval
or
times in a
whatever?
way.
I think people caught on pretty quick that there was a problem, but
Yeah.
because they don't have radios, the other planes were continuing their show, so they were just like doing
must
more
go
stuff, and so they do stuff like they throw things out of the plane, like toilet paper rolls and bombs.
What was
And
the
so that
second
just
one?
kept happening. Bombs. They're fake bombs. They're like Nerf arrows, but then when they hit the ground, they like set off an explosion somewhere.
So it's still a bomb. So it's still
It's
a
a
bomb
bomb.
because it's just an
They
orange
drop a
bomb.
Nerf
They're
ball, but
dropping
then there's a
bombs.
landmine that goes
Yeah.
off.
And
Yeah.
did we mention the
TPing
toilet
people's
paper
lawns,
rolls?
They're
So
dropping
they throw the toilet paper rolls
bombs.
out of the plane, and then they fly back around and cut the toilet paper in the air with the plane.
Well, that's cool. I mean, that's just good,
Um,
clean fun. I do think that the problem wasn't just that the plane crashed. It's that this happens every goddamn week twice.
100%.
That's the reason for everyone's silence, or at
Guy
least it
was
should have
fine.
been.
It
Right.
turns out he
Okay,
was
good.
coming in for the landing. I think his plane was broken, and he crashed in the woods short of the runway. And on the way out, I got some pictures of that too, because I brought my fancy camera,
Right.
and then I sent it to the local paper.
You brought your
And I got an
paparazzi
exclusive.
camera, which you used to kind of invade celebrities' privacy who have all moved north of Poughkeepsie to get away
Yeah, I
from.
put on my ghillie suit. I got the big telescopic lens.
And you don't need the money, so this is all for pleasure.
Oh yeah, no, this is purely. I do it all anonymously, so none of
That's
this
cool.
is
You don't even sell them; you just post them.
to the dark web. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
He sent it to the local newspaper, much like how the Zodiac killer sent his letters to the paper.
Yeah, let's just say I'm making my own news.
Yeah, but your symbol isn't the like
I'm
logo
kind of
of a
the-
Zodiac watch. Your symbol is a photo of you smiling.
I'm kind of the Nightcrawler of Rhinebeck.
You're like, come find me.
Yo,
I
bitch.
dare you.
You have a return address on this. Guys, what are everybody's Labor Day plans? Obviously, Labor Day was this past Monday when people are hearing this, but what are you guys going to do? What are you going to grill? And are you in support of unions or nah?
I'm gonna be working, and because of that, I'm in support of unions.
I wouldn't even mind being the fucking co-chair of the Headgum union. I feel like I can help people.
It'll never be you.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said co. It could be me and Shim. The big two.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Um,
Vegas. It's my Vegas trip.
Right.
Or I went to Vegas. And yeah, I like.
How much did you win?
I probably won somewhere between $50 and $73.
It's not
That's
bad.
cool.
It's
I
a tight
won.
range.
I gambled for the
average
first time
return.
recently.
And how was that for you?
I guess I get the appeal of certain games, and really the only game I'm talking about is Casino War, where I kind of made a killing.
Where I kind of bring a gun to the casino floor and so does another person, and we kind of go toe to toe. The fucking
pit
encore.
casinos
It's like
against each
laser
other
tag,
somehow.
kind of.
That's actually that's a good idea for a video game. Takes place in Vegas. It's open world, open concept.
That's probably just like Hitman, right? It's probably like a Vegas level of that.
Yeah, I think Fallout. There's a Vegas Fallout. That's
Yeah.
It's like a wasteland. Of
Famously.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Well-trod territory.
But I made $200. So that was good.
That's a lot to win.
100 of it was
win.
money that Marty handed me and said, "Don't spend it all at once." And then,
And we should say he was wearing suspenders, a fedora, and biting the end off of a cigar.
yeah,
Where was this?
in DC. We were staying at
God.
the MGM hotel
I
for
didn't
some
know they
reason.
had gambling in DC.
Yeah, what the
It's in
fuck?
Maryland, so that's how.
I didn't know they had gambling in Maryland. I lived in Maryland. I didn't know that.
Maybe it's a new thing because this hotel was new. The hotel itself was bad. And the casino was really stressful until Katie said we should go play War, which is just a game where one card is higher than the other. And I was like, this I understand. And I made $150 and was like, I'm out. And then
Where'd
I
the other
lost
50
50
come
the
from?
next. I lost 50 the
Oh,
next
okay.
day.
I see.
What happens? What happens when war happens? Do you have to
When
like?
there's a tie, you have to. The dealer's like, "Do you want to go to war?" And everyone's chanting at the table like "War, war, war." And then
Yes.
That's how I imagine it goes in the Situation Room too.
yeah. And then if you say yes, you have to double the amount that you had put out the first time. And then they just do it again. Yeah. And then if you say no, then they take half the money that you put in as a bet.
Okay.
So
See, that's
how-
why I think it's dangerous to be cash rich but asset poor. Because I feel like Marika is just going to start going down to Atlantic City on a weekendly basis and souring all her savings.
No, I was pretty good about stopping.
You are a brick wall to me. I'm trying to experience
People
joy. I'm trying to
just
do
like
bits for
the
this
honesty.
comedy podcast. And you're like, no, I don't think I'll have a gambling problem, actually.
Well, I can say that I think we got Narissa addicted to gambling.
That's true.
And I walked up to her. We were looking for someone in our group. It was like me, Katie, and Ryan. She was sitting alone at the Pontoon 21 table, a game I've never heard of in my life. And I walked up to her and she turned around and she was like, "I'm addicted."
That's funny. I'm imagining it playing out like Spirited Away when the kid is like goes back to her parents and her parents are just forever changed into sows. So you're like, go to find Narissa and she'll never turn back. She'll always be a gambling addict.
That's the reference you chose for this comedy show.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but there had to be free unlimited bow on the casino. You know what I mean? So instead of bringing beers and stuff like that, it's a lot of pork buns, etc.
Right, yeah.
Fuck you guys. Okay, here we go. What's on your autumnal bucket list?
I'm going to go apple
Stumped
picking
you.
for sure.
Stumped you guys. You're going apple picking, you said?
I got to go apple picking. Do you want to come?
Yes.
I need
Where are
to
you
go
guys
in
gonna go?
September this time. I usually go to Fishkill
I
Farms.
was going to say Fishkill, yeah.
How far is that? Well, how do you get there? Why don't you come up to
Train to
Dutchess County?
Beacon. It's in Beacon, yeah. So
Okay,
you could come
all right.
It's a
down.
little easier. I did want to go to either Storm King or Dia Beacon.
I need to
while
go to
the
Dia
leaves are changing.
Beacon.
So let's go to Dia Beacon and pair it with apple picking in October.
There's a Steve McQueen exhibit that I need to go see.
Yeah.
the
that sounds
actor or
great.
the director?
The director,
Okay, cool.
also an artist. Yeah.
Of course.
So
I've
we'll
never
do
been
that.
apple picking.
All right, let me know. I want to come visit you guys.
I've never been
Yeah.
apple picking, but I've been in a
Casey,
in
if you
a
could just
corn
hold on, we're
maze.
planning something here.
Okay. yeah.
Oh, Pyle! Okay,
Never
so
been
Marika
apple
apple
picking.
picking and Dia Beacon.
Yeah.
Casey, what about what's on your October
Corn
bucket list?
mazes.
Oh, for me, it's haunted houses.
I
For
knew,
me, it's
knew
haunted
it was gonna
houses.
be that. I knew you were gonna say either that or Halloween Horror Nights.
Halloween
Or
Horror
both.
Nights, Not Scary Farm. Well, that's really it.
My
for
own
me.
apartment. Because
In October,
I get sad
the
as
air
hell.
show, they throw pumpkins out of the airplanes instead of bombs. That's
Right,
was
at
really
the crowd, by the way. we should
dangerous.
say.
Yeah.
Dropping gourds on passersby. That's the Rhinebeck guarantee.
I want to go back to the Bronx Zoo. I've been twice this summer. It's been great. And I want to go back
3
again.
times in a year?
It's
You
worth
sure you're
it.
Okay.
It's so
the
good.
Bronx Zoo?
It rocks. It's my favorite spot.
It wrongs.
How so? Explain this.
It's huge. It's got like every animal. My kid loves it. He knows like the animals by name, not like the type, their actual
Their
names, because he
names,
also
yeah.
watches the corresponding show about the Bronx Zoo, which
is an air show, we should say. Dropping exotic cats from the air.
The last time I was at the Bronx Zoo, I had to work at a virtual reality experience for the Goosebumps movie. And I had to all day. This was the day. This was also the day that I did the Hamilton Hymn for Him show, and I went from the Bronx Zoo putting VR goggles on small children to watch be in a car with Jack Black, and I left to go rap.
We gotta
on the
figure this
street.
shit out for Marika. I feel like her life has taken so many left turns. Let's just bring her back to center a little bit.
I feel like I'm at center now. I feel like 5-6 years ago, I don't know what was going on.
I would say on my October fuck it list would be to go to Acker.
Yeah,
With
you are
everybody.
trying to do that.
Acker, the oldest
Acker?
wine shop / bar in the United States on the Upper West.
where is that?
The Upper West Side.
Whatever.
No
Acker.
one knows.
No way
No
you guys
one
don't
knows
have
what you're talking
This
about.
isn't an ad for Acker, by the way.
It's a wine bar?
And shop. Yes, you don't have to stay and sip. You can take the bottles home with you, which is kind of what separates it from like a sauce or like a fucking, that's the only other one.
Why is it autumnal?
It's because I'm going to be in New York for like 2 months this fall.
Yeah.
Have you been to Astor Wines? It's kind of like the same vibe, man. Just go to Astor Wines.
Same vibe. Because one is Astor and the other one is Acker.
Acker Wines
Are you a
has
big wine guy?
3.6 stars on Google, by the way.
That's because the staff is rude and the glasses don't pour freely. I'm not a big wine guy, but I do want to go to Acker. And I think that's the difference between me and most people. Go to Acker.
Yeah, because most people have never heard of it. 'Cause
But
it's
they
not
do
a
want
good
their wine.
destination
Just a
when you're in New York.
store.
It's just a shop. It's more than a store. It's a bar and it's a historic
it's not a
monument.
bar.
You can have a pour. You can have a couple glasses at Acker. It might not be
They're
a
doing
bar.
a tasting.
Maybe it's more of a
You're rolling
store.
up to a tasting
That's not a tasting.
and
You can
asking
just,
them to fill up your glass multiple times.
because it fills up my glass.
Yeah.
Socially.
Joy.
Yeah, of joy, of wine, etc. Guys, what do you wish about you could change fast? For me, I wish I had more discipline.
Where'd you get this list?
This isn't a list. It's a list, but I wrote it out.
Okay.
Trist.
Very weird answer.
I know. I was like,
I wish I could lose weight faster
Yeah.
and do
That's
less
kind
work.
of
to
Yeah,
goes
that's
along
kind
with
of-
my discipline.
Not really.
I just wonder if we share the same, wishes.
I think
to
discipline is more universal. I've been trying to be specific, and you're talking about changing a core aspect to your personality, which is not going to happen fast.
have. Casey?
I feel like, I'm pretty disciplined, so that's good on my end. But I'm with Pyle. Like, it's the weight loss thing, or just managing it and seeing the results like that would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like if
that's
you eat
mine
healthy
too. Is
for
this
3 days,
the,
you lose.
Is this what
15
you
pounds.
wanted from this segment, Jeff? For
I
everyone
think this
else
is
to say it's
fucking
weight loss?
hilarious. I think this is really fucking funny, and I might even change mine to losing a couple pounds. Marika, you know what to do?
I know what to do.
Finish out the bit.
I already said twice. I agree with the other two people.
Okay. What about Pile do you wish you could change for the worse over time?
Is this directed at me?
Or the worse.
You can answer it. What do you wish you could change about you for the worse over time?
For the worse? I could probably be a little more short with people. I think it would.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Just because it would help in setting
Like
boundaries in your life.
or
Yeah, just no, I think with strangers. I think I'm too friendly with random people. I think I'd be
because
just
And it would get worse over time. So in a couple years, when your neighbor says, "Hey, how you doing?" you just go "fuck you," and you just keep walking.
well, preferably
Yeah,
at
by the
that
time
point
you're
they
80.
completely cut off any relationship. So I just
and they're not saying anything to you, and you just unsolicited give them a "fuck you."
yeah. By the time you're in your 90s, you're going to be beating the shit out of passersby. We do have to take a break. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
And we're back. Guys, are you generous in your social interactions?
What are you
I think
reading?
we just learned Pile is.
too generous.
Yeah.
But only to random people, not to the people that I should be maintaining relationships with.
Yeah, I'd say you're short with all of us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But like when you're at a party, like you're like talking to somebody who like really just sucks or is fine. Do you give them a lot? Are you generous with your energy in that interaction where you like, you know that if they talk to someone else won't be able to hide the fact that they're bored as hell? So you'll smile and you'll egg them on, you'll ask them questions about themselves. Every answer makes you sadder than the last.
I think I'm not good at that.
I'm
All
very good
this
at small
episode has
talk.
been is all of us been like, God, I need to lose weight. I suck at this. Oh, I need to be this.
I thought that this
continue.
episode is one of the nicest episodes I've been on. I feel like I usually come on these and I feel like I'm disassociating. But this is like
I was gonna say,
very-
yeah. No, I will say that I put pressure on myself to make this episode good as hell for Pile. And there's more to come.
That's really
/
sweet.
Mordecai as a special
Nice.
guest.
Yeah.
My pet bird. Continue.
From the regular show. Yeah, I don't think I'm good at that. I think
I think I'm okay.
I think I'm very aware of when it's happening, and when I see, like, if I'm in a group of people, if I see other people having that reaction, I'm very like, I know what's going on, but I don't have a good way to solve the problem
Jesus.
because I'm not a good conversationalist.
Okay. Haven't done one of these in a while. Don't particularly even want to. But a minute and a half on the board. It's going to be a Marika's Druthers while I listen to my tinnitus treatment therapy.
Oh God.
And we all listen to it.
I'm taking
It's
my
Marika's
headphones off.
Druthers. Everybody else mute.
Someone told me that I should do a Marika's Druthers recently about how much I hated Deadpool and Wolverine, but I feel like I've talked about that a little too much, so I don't really have to go into that. I could talk about shows that I'm excited to see this fall. Really excited for The Hills of California, Jez Butterworth play, directed by Sam Mendes. Gonna be great. Told Amir and Avidal to see it in London. They loved it. Excited for it to be here. Sunset Boulevard, Nicole Scherzinger, the Pussycat Dolls, gonna be huge. What do you mean keep going? I've been going a lot. I don't know how this is helping your tinnitus because you're like barely listening to it. I have a ticket for a production of King Lear with Kenneth Branagh. Excited for that. Really copped a $25 ticket last minute. I'll see The Outsiders any day, to be honest. And excited for the Romeo and Juliet, even though I think it's going to be a lot.
Very good. Very good. We got another classic
so
Marika's Druthers in the can, and here we go. First segment. I got a spam call during that. Sorry about that.
My tinnitus.
Welcome to Never Have I Jeffer. This is a play on the classic teen party game Never Have I Ever, but it's only for things that I have done in the past. So basically, you guys have like whatever 5 fingers or 10 fingers, whatever you guys want to do. I would do 10 just so that it's a little bit more higher stakes or whatever. Because otherwise, I think but I don't think you guys are gonna have done any of these things. So maybe 5. What do you think?
Let's do 5.
Okay, these are all things that I have done in the past. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
And you put a finger up if you've done it too?
I'm not playing. I'm kind of hosting. You guys are playing. You can do 5 fingers, and it's like you put one down if you've done something that I've done.
Got it.
But for everyone's sake and here, I hope that you've done none of these. Okay, here we go. Never have I, Jeffer, opened up a bank account in Andrew Pyle's name.
Can't say I have.
Wait, I have.
No, you put one down if you have done. You don't put one down if... Marika, you don't put one down, yeah. Okay, here we go. Never have I, Jeffer, gone to a party in the Hollywood Hills and chosen to introduce myself as a Marika Brownlee.
I don't think I've been to a party in the Hollywood Hills, so I can't even answer that.
Never have I, Jeffer, acted super Irish at a dinner party. Casey.
I can't say I have, but you have done that?
Yeah, like one time, I show up and I'm like, oh, it's the luck of the me.
No, I haven't done that.
Okay. Shocking. Lying. Never have I, Jeffer, enjoyed the thrill of having lashed out at others.
You have, wait. I have enjoyed the thrill of lashing out at others, for sure.
But
Sure.
Okay, cool. Never have I, Jeffer, wanted to live upstate.
So
wait, holy shit. Word of the goddamn day.
No one said anything.
It's upstate. And I said
there
it.
it is. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Never have I, Jeffer, said to a lover, don't call me daddy, call me Casey.
Not in those exact words.
The sentiment, though.
Sure.
Again, these are all things I have done. All right, these next couple are just to get Pyle to win. Here we go. Never have I, Jeffer, edited video for socials. Casey and Marika down. Never have I ever exported video for socials. Casey and Marika down. Never have I ever enjoyed a drive. Never have I, Jeffer, sat in the front row seat of a Dodge Challenger. You're gone, Casey.
Yeah, I'm gone.
He's been gone.
Never have I, Jeffer, been good. I think Pyle and Marika are good
I was waiting
there.
for the end of your sentence.
All right, I think Pyle won.
So,
I'm
no,
not
we
sure that I
tried.
won. I think we tied.
No, Marika and Pyle both had one finger, and then the last one was never have I ever been good. And so Marika puts a finger down and Pyle doesn't.
Okay.
Congratulations, Pyle.
Thanks.
There was no cash prize for that one, but Pyle wins.
Wow, that's rough. I got 2 cash prizes last week.
Oh,
Wow.
man, really? The cash prizes are back?
Welcome to Virgin Mary Pictionary. Do you guys have a pen and pad?
No.
Yeah.
I do.
Wait, I have a pen.
Okay, great. There probably was a joke there where I'm like, do you guys have a pen and pad? And you guys all bring out like a legal pad and a pen. And I'm like, no. The pen is fine. I mean like a pad.
Yeah. There's a joke there.
Grace, cut that out. All right, this is a dumbass game I came up with where we each will have 1 minute to draw our best depiction of the of Virgin Mary, and then we'll vote on whose is best, and winner gets $20. But we're gonna go individually so that there's not just 1 minute of silence. All right, so let's start with Casey. Casey, you go first. You have 1 minute on the board to draw your best Virgin Mary. Here we go. 3. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. All right. And then we just have to have kind of like general conversation in the meantime, Pyle and
Right.
Marika.
Yeah.
Pyle, are you ever
familiar
going to
with
move back to New York City, or are you afraid of how your kids will turn out if you do?
Yeah, a little bit.
Really?
So
Because
no,
the
I
fast
think I'm going to
crowds,
stay
and
up here.
the cocaine that they get into before they're even 18.
Yeah, I mean, I do think kids grow up fast in New York.
It's hard, yeah. Because
Yeah.
it's nice to have a flat yard. It's nice to have a yard in general. We can't all be Jake. And,
Yeah.
you're not really going to get that in the city to have that flat yard that a yard that the cows could come home to, let alone the sows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
exactly.
flat yard? What does that mean to you?
It means like
I
a
would-
yard that a kid can play in. You know what I mean?
Right,
10
but I would
seconds left,
argue
Casey.
that like there's plenty of flat yards. Like I have a flat yard behind
In
my
New York?
house. Yeah.
It's hard. Not everybody has a yard though.
It's small, but it's
I
flat.
Time. All right, here we go. Casey?
Wait, should we show at the end?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. So
All right.
forget you saw that shit.
All right, don't look.
All right, Pyle,
All right.
1 minute on the board, starting now. Casey, do you ever want to have kids?
I'd like to, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to afford them.
Yeah. Even with public school and neglecting the shit out of them?
Yeah. I still can't afford that.
Okay. What if you moved to like Barstow?
I don't want to do that.
Where's Barstow?
It's like a terrible desert town in California. Unless any
Got
listeners are from Barstow, in which case I love that. I love it for you.
Love that for you.
Too hot there.
I was going to say, yeah, it's a dry heat for sure, but there's nothing there.
Yeah.
If you did have a kid, what would you name your firstborn? Casey Jr.? Donna Jr.?
Casey
Junior?
Jr.'s pretty good because that's the name of a train. But I don't think I would go with that. I have always liked the name Conway for a boy.
Pens down, Pyle. Pens down. Here we go. Marika, 1 minute on the board.
Conway?
Conway,
3,
yeah.
2,
Wow.
1, start. Okay. Pyle, what's your biggest regret in having children?
I mean, it just takes a lot of time.
What
It's
about
not really
effort?
like a regret?
Is it a lot of time but low simmering effort, or is it like all out balls to the wall effort and time to have?
It's pretty exhausting, but I would say the effort level is somewhat medium to low. Like it's not like you're like an artist churning out work every day and it's like super high effort but takes a ton of time just to get one thing done. It's like you're just kind of busy all the time doing stuff that you don't necessarily want to be doing.
I get that.
That's the most difficult part. I wouldn't say it's like I regret it. Overall.
Have you
I like
shared your sentiments with Jake, by the way, of the dangers of raising a child in New York City? I feel like he might have made different decisions with Gemma if he had known.
Well, he's going to find out because I'm currently cyberbullying her on Instagram
Time. Pen down. Pen down, Marika. All right. Big reveal, or should I do one?
I think you should do one.
Yeah, you should do one.
All right.
You'll probably do something
1 minute
offensive.
on the board. You guys kind of figure this shit out.
Okay, so I had some
surprised-
ideas for this episode I wanted to do. And I shared them with Marika. And the first one was come on with my own alternative soundboard, but then I heard Brad had already done that. So then I was like, oh, there was just this big hack of everyone's social security number. It'd be really funny to get Geoff's actual social security number and actually dox him. And so I did spend some time on the dark web earlier this week trying to track down that database. And
Couldn't find it.
I couldn't find it. I had seen some people on like TikTok like have it. And were
Have Geoff's?
have like the whole database.
whole
And they were
database?
looking up like they were like looked up Elon Musk's like old, like, everywhere he's lived and like all his
Wow.
stuff. And so I think security researchers have it somehow, but it's not like freely available as far as I can tell.
And then when
But
Pyle said
that would
that,
be my gag.
I asked him if, because he's a responsible adult with children and everything, I asked him if I should freeze my credit like TikTok was saying, and he left me on red. So
Oh, you didn't ask me. You said, my bank or whatever keeps telling me to do
I
that.
didn't say anything
Okay,
like
ready?
that.
Hold on.
Ready?
Pull up exactly what you said.
Big reveal. Again, this is Virgin Mary Pictionary. 3, 2, 1.
Stole your joke, bitch.
Damn it. Yours is better, too. That sucks. Okay, you know what?
The good Catholics had an honest answer.
Yeah.
There's no
You two are going
judge
to
here.
hell.
Guys,
Yeah.
let's hold it up one more time, and you know what? We'll find out based on the audience reaction. So let's vote in the comments, and we'll decide the winner on next week's episode.
I like how happy Casey's is.
Happy
Well,
is also
she's,
Happy
you know it's
Casey's a good
inaccurate.
child name for Casey's kid. Happy Casey Donahue. You're like, yeah, you know,
Keeps
you just
the-
try to, not repeat
keeps
the
the
mistakes of
middle
your
name.
generation. Guys, that's all I had. A tight one, a fun one. I think that was a solid ep. Let's get everyone's plugs and then we'll get the fuck out of here, Friday style.
A
When's
40-minute
this coming
episode?
out?
Why
Lord.
not? It's coming out next week.
Listen to Thanks Dad, which at least the trailer will have come out with Ego Wodum. It's gonna be great. Can't wait. And you can probably still get tickets to the Newcomers live stream. You should watch that. It's gonna be really fun. They're doing improv with Paul Scheer and Rob Hubel. Tickets at moment.co/newcomers. That's all I got. And to go see The Hills of California.
Pyle?
Come to the old Rhinebeck Aerodrome. Saturdays and Sundays, air shows 2 to 4.
Pyle's
You might
air
see
debut.
someone crash a plane. Very
No
exciting.
way. Casey?
Go to CaseyMakesMovies.com, watch movies that I have made there, and tickets to the Newcomers live stream.
Nice. And then check out jeffreydoesoral.com, AURAL. Starting to put my best podcast clips up there. It's kind of a proof of concept that I could host some kind of late night show. And other than that, at Jeffrey James on Instagram, and we'll see you guys again next week. This was another kick-ass episode of the fucking show. This whole thing was Dawes.
Are you going to title this thing Worst Episode Ever 5?
It would actually be 7, but yeah.
Yeah, it would be someone.
That was a Headgum original.